morning, everybody. How you doing this morning? We're gonna get this plane off the ground. I promise. We'll invite you to stand and take your feet as you're able. Our song is just positive affirmations, and we'll invite you to sing along with us. Bessie. Love that about that? Miss Blessy Linda Morgan over here is all fired up today. She's going to be giving us our message. She is our board president, longtime prayer chaplain, and a pillar of our community. She's going to be giving us the message.
Thank you.
And well, she's here when I got here, and she's always here, and she's a pillar. She's here. We've been here for a while doing this, so looking real forward to hearing your message, Linda. Welcome to Unity of Savannah, everybody, where we recognize God as life, love, and the ground of all being, and where we celebrate God by living fully, being all we can be. This is good. This is very good. You guys are doing really good on the My Soul is Welcome Here too. I believe you. I believe you. So I'm Kyle Shiver, the music minister here at Unity of Savannah. I'm also a licensed Unity teacher. We want to welcome you to our center, our home, our sanctuary. I want to welcome everybody that's watching online. We still have quite a viewership. I think people figured out they could just lay in bed in their pajamas and watch church, and so we're doing that. So hello to everybody that's watching on the internet this morning. And Reverend Dale is obviously not here this morning, so we wish Reverend Dale all the blessings, and he's been working a lot lately, so let's give him the blessing. Reverend Dale, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, we behold the light of Christ shining as you, and we'll go over our vision and our mission and our purpose statements now, and maybe we can all say them together. Are they on the screen up there? Okay, so our vision, we connect through the energy of joy and oneness. Our mission, we embrace a positive, loving, and uplifting approach to spirituality. And our purpose, we are an inclusive spiritual community. And at this time, I'm going to invite our prayer chaplain coordinator, Kevin Mahdi, to read the daily word, and we'll light the Christ candle. You got it?
We light the Christ candle for Journey. Journey. My life's journey begins and ends in the heart of God. I feel excitement at the beginning of a journey, thinking about the adventures, the beautiful sights, and the fascinating people I will find at my journey's end. Even as I look forward to reaching my destination, however, I remain alert, open to the adventures and insights that awaits discovery along the way. My faith tells me that my spiritual journey begins in the heart of God, long before my human birth. In childhood, I looked outward, longing for the adventures that would become waypoints on my journey to maturity. Now I journey inward, longing for the spiritual home I never really left. I am learning that even the most ordinary day can become an opportunity to realize that the heart of God is present everywhere. And I would like to add, including in me. From Psalms 121:8, the scripture reads, "The Lord will keep your going out and your coming in from this time on and forevermore."
I send my love I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me, and it returns to me, and it returns to me, and it returns to me. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. There's a holy hush around us. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place.
As we prepare for meditation, let us be aware of the seat that is supporting us. Let us rest, releasing any tension of any muscle in our bodies. We can start with the feet, moving on up to the calves and the shin bone, the knees, the thighs, your pelvic area, your stomach, your abdomen, your chest, and now we get to the lungs. Let us collectively together take a deep breath. Exhale. Take a deep breath again. Exhale. Knowing that this breath is also releasing the tension, any tension, if any, in our shoulders and our necks, throughout our arms, our forearms, our fingers, any facial muscles, and releasing any thoughts of concerns or negativity. We take this idea into meditation, the idea that you are more than enough. You have always been more than enough, and you will continue to be more than enough. On a count of 3, silently say to yourself, I am more than enough. 1, 2, 3. One more time, silently say to yourself, I am more than enough. 1, 2, 3. It is not only true, it is the truth. The truth of who you are, the truth of your being, the truth of my being, the truth of our being collectively. We are more than enough. And we are upon a journey. And we are upon journeys within journeys. And we take this time to appreciate the now. The love in the room, the energy in the room, the openness that we have walked into Unity of Savannah with. That openness has allowed each and every one of us to not only receive, but also to give. This constant flow of giving and receiving is not a give and take idea, but it's the idea that happens simultaneously in the mind of God and in the universe. As you give, you receive. For you are always open, for we are always open when we are in that mindset. So in the spirit of journey, in the spirit of being more than enough, we affirm that every single day is a blessing. Every single interaction is a present. Every single day is a joy. And we give thanks for the opportunity. And we affirm that we are going to be more aware and readily aware of all the joys that come with each day and appreciate each day, each moment. While we prepare for the future, we appreciate the now. So in that consciousness of appreciating the now, every single day, every single moment, we go into the silence.
sacred design. There is more than enough for humanity made in your image. Why would I worry? Why would I doubt? Why would I ever think I'd go without? Why would I worry? Why would I doubt? Why would I ever think I'd go without? Your infinite love made me, made everything I see, and all that will ever be is your infinite love. Let my soul know the truth, whatever I choose to do. Your infinite love will prove more than enough. There is more than enough in a universe that you created. There is more than enough on a planet of sacred design. There is more than enough for humanity made in your image. Why would I worry? Why would I doubt? Why would I ever think I'd go without? Why would I worry? Why would I doubt? Why would I ever think I'd go without? Your infinite love made me, made everything I see, and all that will ever be is your infinite love. Let the world know the truth, whatever we choose to do. Your infinite love will prove more than enough. Your infinite love made.
Well, thank you guys in the booth, and thank you, Daniel and the mod, for composing and singing that. He wasn't able to come today, but wasn't that wonderful? Yeah. And if you're not familiar with Daniel and the mod, he's got a great story, and he also has a wonderful bunch of songs that we do quite a few here. You might know they were his. Well, I am so grateful to you guys and to Reverend Dale for giving me the opportunity to be here. I'm Linda Morgan, you probably know, and I know most of you. I'm so grateful you're here. I was a little worried I might be a little too short with the message today, but I was told that that would be appreciated. So, so had a little coaching here. So today I would like to engage with you in an exploration of our feelings regarding money and faith. Faith, belief, how we feel about ourselves and God and our place in the universe. That sounds like unity, right? All right. I'd like to start with a brief prayer. Let's go into prayer just briefly, all right? Divine presence in our lives, we are grateful for another day and for this time. As we begin our journey together, we ask for insight, greater freedom, and the laughter or tears we may need to explore money and faith. May our time together help us contribute to a world of enough for all. Amen. That's a wonderful prayer, isn't it? I've been using a book I'd like to give credit to, but compiled by Michael Schutt. It's called Money and Faith, The Search for Enough. Ring a bell? Okay. And I'm particularly taking some things from Dr. Brueggemann. Any of you are Presbyterian theologians, you know Dr. Brueggemann. Yes, got one over there. And my husband is here. and also Lynn Twist, who's done a whole lot of things raising money for nonprofits thinking globally, and so on. So I didn't want to I've just plagiarized all over the place, and my husband said, that's what we all do. Preachers do that. And so I'd like to briefly read a little thing from Lynn Twist, which kind of summarizes this, and I realize this is a little different for Unity because we are so peace, love, and light, and butterflies, rainbows, and all kind of stuff like that all the time, right? Yeah, which is true. But there's some things in the world and our perception that might get in the way of that sometimes, you know. So I think, bear with me now. I'm actually a very optimistic person. How many of you are optimistic? Oh, where am I? I'm at Unity. All right. That's great. All right. So Lynn Twist mentions, no matter who we are or what our circumstances, we swim in conversations about what there isn't enough of. I see it in myself. Now, I actually see it in myself, too. So God brought me to this for a reason. Thank you for coming along. Okay. The next, I see it in myself. For me and for many of us, our first waking thought of the day is, I didn't get enough sleep. The next one is, I don't have enough time. Whether true or not, that thought of not enough occurs to us automatically before we even think to question or examine it. We spend most of the hours and the days of our lives hearing, explaining, complaining, or worrying about what we don't have enough of. We don't have enough time. We don't have enough rest. We don't have enough exercise. We don't have enough work. We don't have enough profits. We don't have enough power. We don't have enough wilderness. We don't have enough weekends. Of course, we don't have enough money, ever. We're not thin enough. We're not smart enough. We're not pretty enough or fit enough or educated or successful enough or rich enough, ever. Before we even sit up in bed, before our feet touch the floor, we're already inadequate, already behind, already losing, already lacking something. By the time we go to bed at night, our minds race with a litany of what we didn't get done that day. We go to sleep burdened by those thoughts and wake up to that reverie of lack. Bear with me, I know this doesn't sound like Unity, right? But we'll get there. All right. This mantra of not enough carries the day and becomes a kind of default setting for our thinking about everything. From the cash in our pockets to the people we love or the value of our own lives. What begins as a simple expression of the hurried life or even the challenged life grows into the great justification for an unfulfilled life. It becomes the reason we can't have what we want or be who we want to be. It becomes the reason we can't accomplish the goals we set for ourselves, the reason our dreams can't come true, or the reason other people disappoint us, the reason we compromise our integrity, give up on ourselves, or write off others. Now, keep that in mind. I will mention that Lynn mentions 3 toxic myths. And the first one is the toxic myth of scarcity. All right? We're sort of unpacking a set of beliefs and assumptions about this. And the first one is the idea that we live in a scarce universe. There's just not enough. And if somebody else gets something, we are suffering because we won't have as much. You've heard of that before, haven't you? How many of you have heard of this? Yes. Have you watched television? Yes. All right. And so the first part of that is the myth of, number 1, there's not enough. Okay? There's not enough. All right? And this is a prevailing myth that goes with the scarcity. There's just not enough to go around. We have to work really hard to get what we need because otherwise we won't have it. We have fear that makes us work really hard, or fear that we can't get what we need. This deficiency and fear reflect in the way that we conduct our lives, but mostly I think, now we're not just thinking about you and me, although of course we're very important, and we mirror the societies that we are in, and we're thinking globally here, that there is a sense that there's not enough. Now this is not every culture, but I think this is the dominant culture that we are in. I have a little story about Native Americans. How many of you are Native American, at least a little bit? Really? Okay. All right. Yeah, I know you are. Yeah. All right. Great. How many of you know Native Americans? All right. Good. All right. You probably know more Native Americans than you know. You know. All right. So anyway, but for the European Americans who kind of set the tone for things, this toxic myth is there's not enough. And there's not enough that drives us to want more things, to need more things, to work harder, to curry favor with people on the basis of their value to us in relation to money and things that we want rather than the qualities of their character. That can sometimes happen. So maybe not here, hopefully not. All right? The myth number 2. All right? More is better. Okay, think of that for a minute. That also means bigger is better. Louder is better, more expensive is better. Anything more is better. When I was talking to our son Jonathan, who's a member here, although we haven't seen him around too much lately, got to get on him. Jonathan was saying last night, look how big our houses are compared to what they used to be maybe 20 or 30 years ago. A 3,000 square foot house for 2 or 3 people. It's not unusual. Room in the 2-car, 3-car garage for all the cars. I think we are living in a really abundant universe, I think, and most of us are experiencing that. I realize not everybody is experiencing all of that, and I'm not trying to downplay that people are struggling, especially at this post-mid-pandemic part of our lives. And a lot of people lost a lot during the pandemic, even though we live in an abundant world, right? So I'm not trying to say that everybody here is just so rich, we don't have any worries, because I know people do. People are concerned about jobs and about providing for their families and providing for themselves. So, but if we think about where we are in the world, the United States, has 4% of the world's population. You knew that, right? Okay. China has 20%. Just saying, And we use 25% of the world's resources. So we seem to be getting our share in quite a few ways. All right, the second one, okay, is the more is better, all right. Is a chase with no end and a race without winners. It's like a hamster wheel that we get into and we can't figure out a way to get off of it. And it doesn't make sense to someone who makes $40,000 a year that someone who makes $5 million a year would be arguing over their golden parachute package and need at least $15 million more dollars to live comfortably. So, it's all relative. And of course, where did money come from? I have to share this little thing from Dave Barry. So Dave Barry was talking in this book about the history of money. And what is money anyway? Well, we used to use cows. Somebody gets something and you'd give them a cow for it. And they would pay you change in calves. But, right. But the problem with that is cumbersome. And if you robbed a bank, you couldn't get away very fast because of all those cows. So the ancient Chinese used shells. And that was good in a way, except that if you lived near the beach, you pretty much had access to all the shells you might possibly want. And before they realized what was going on, before the ancient Chinese realized that most of the country belonged to seagulls. So thank you. All right. hard to tell a joke sometimes. All right. So our drive to enlarge our net worth turns us away from discovering and deepening our self-worth. Okay. It's a very big distraction sometimes, isn't it? Trying to get what we think we need can turn us away from recognizing what Kevin was talking about, that we are enough, right? That we are really something. Right? We are really wonderful. And we have such a great opportunity. Okay, the toxic myth 3. That's just the way it is. Okay. And this is very discouraging because it's saying there's no way out of this. This is just the way it is. You just accept it. That's what we have to do. And, of course, it's a myth. It's led to some things like, I was calling it not the big lie, it's the great lie. Yes, the big lie is something else. If you wouldn't know if you're following me. Anyway, but this is a great lie. That is just the way it is. We can't change it, and this is how it's always going to be. And it presents one of the hardest pieces for transforming the way we think because we're so used to being in the system. And we've all, our parents encouraged us, of course, to do well, to go to a good college or get a career, work really hard. And that doesn't mean that that's a bad thing to do. But a lot of it had to do with this feeling that there's not enough and that it's the way it is, we can't change it, and that having more is better. It's nice to have more than you need, right? It's nice to always have some extra, lots of extra. So I was told this morning, thank you very much, that an Indian economist won the Nobel Prize for doing research on famines in India, which do happen fairly often. And in his research, he found that even though a community was having a famine, there was enough food, even like 12 miles away, that it would have fed the whole community that was in the famine. The problem was that they couldn't get it out of the storehouses. So he won a Nobel Prize for that, which is pretty good, isn't it? And I think a lot of cases we say, it's really not, there's not enough, it's just getting it to the people who need it, or the places that need it, or the polar bears who need it, or whatever. The polar bears are experiencing scarcity right now, of course, too. But as we think globally, really, we are in an abundant universe, and there's probably nothing that we cannot deal with, adapt to, and help change. We can be a part of the change, right? So, all right. So, let's see. I'd like to ask a couple of questions about that. And, I might be going too short. I hope you won't mind. All right. I'm joking. Okay, well, I'll go with this other. All right. That's kind of a joke. People, of course, we always appreciate it when the speaker is short, right? Yes, I know the feeling, too. Because there's never enough time. And wouldn't that be great to get out early? Oh, man, because you got so much to do. And you've got to talk to this one and that one, get a cup of coffee if there is any, I don't know. And there's not enough coffee, by the way. Because we need to get ourselves back together after the pandemic. But we're going to do stuff like that. We're going to have more than enough covered dish dinners and coffee and trips to the beach and things like that, right? Yeah. All right. So as we're thinking about these, I just wonder how many of you think of any of this. I know I kind of hit these high points in a hurry. Any of this operating in your own lives? Any part of this? Oh, great. Yeah. And I'm not fussing at anybody, we're all in this together, and I certainly do this. So I'm 75, and I work 2 jobs. And, I like them, but yeah. And I'm kind of busy, kind of too busy. So I think maybe this was for me as well as everybody else, for sure. Not to mention that we all affect what goes on in our communities and we have the opportunity to vote, and we have the opportunity to go to meetings and serve on committees and boards and officers and be in offices and all kinds of wonderful things. And we have a lot of opportunity here to make changes and to make our community more loving and caring and accepting and inclusive, right? We're an inclusive spiritual community, right? And we don't want to leave anybody behind. So, all right. And so I wonder, of these three things, so there's not enough, more is better, that's just the way it is. How many of you resonated with there's not enough? Okay, all right. How many resonate with more is better? That's the easy one, isn't it? How do we? All right, I like more is better too. That's just the way it is. Okay, all right. Thank you guys so much for being so engaged with that. And as we think about it, think about how might your life be different without these myths holding such power over all of our lives. It's not just you, of course. We're in a soup here with everybody, and we're affected by all of that. Just think for a minute how things might be different if we didn't think that there were scarce resources and that we have to work hard to make sure that we, our friends, our neighbors, our families all have what we need. All right. Thank you. We must confess, says Walter Brueggemann, a famous theologian, we must confess that the central problem of our lives is that we are torn apart by the conflict between our attraction to the good news of God's abundance. Good news, that's what we hear here a lot, isn't it? Abundant thinking, prosperity thinking, all of that. The good news of that and the power of our belief in scarcity. There's a tension, right? How many have felt a little tension between Unity saying, well, it's an abundant place and prosperity thinking, you're going to be fine. I think probably most of us say, okay, maybe. Let's try it. We'll see. Not giving up my day job, kind of thing. All right. And I have a little prayer to close, but let me see. Where's my little prayer? Final prayer. There it is. Okay. But before we get to that little prayer, I'd like to mention another thing Brueggemann says. The closer we stay to God, to the divine presence, the more we will bring a new economy of abundance to the world. See? We stay close to God, or however you view God, and we bring a new economy of abundance to the world. Imagine that. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Mm-hmm. Have you found that to be true in your own life ever? Mm-hmm. Have you found that when you were close to God, you had blessing? Yes. Yeah. It works, doesn't it? And you bless others, I know you do. And so if you think about an economy of abundance nurtured by this closeness to the divine, just imagine what that would look like. So I'd like to conclude with a little prayer. You ready? Take a deep breath, all right? Oh, we pledge, oh God, to discover how much is enough for us to be truly fulfilled, neither rich nor poor, and to consume only that. And we pledge to be part of the discovery of how much would be enough for everyone, not only to just survive, but to thrive, and to find ways for everyone to have access to that. And may this offering of restraint and justice and love teach us all, as we go about our journey, to live like Jesus the way shower, to be in the steps of God, healing our lives and the lives of this world. Amen. Thank you very much.
When you can't find the light that got you through the cloudy day, when the stars ain't shining bright and you feel like you lost your way, and those candle lights of home burn so very far away, well, you gotta let your soul shine like my daddy used to say. He used to say, soul shine, it's better than sunshine, it's better than moonshine, and sure enough better than rain. And people now don't mind, we all get that way sometime. Gotta let your soul shine, shine to the break of day. I grew up thinking I had it made, gonna make it on my own. Life can take the strongest man and make him feel so alone. Now and then I feel a cold wind blowing through my aching bone. I think back to what my daddy said, sometimes it's darkest just before dawn. He used to say, soul shine, it's better than sunshine, it's better than moonshine, and sure enough better than rain. And people now don't mind, we all get that way sometime. Gotta let your soul shine, shine to the break of day. Sometimes a man can feel this emptiness, like a woman robbed him of his very soul. But a woman too, God knows she can feel like this. And when your world seems so cold, you gotta let your spirit take control. He used to say, soul shine, it's better than sunshine, it's better than moonshine, and sure enough better than rain. And people now don't mind, we all get that way sometime. Gotta let your soul shine, shine to the break of day. You gotta let your soul shine, shine to the break of day. You gotta let your soul shine, shine to the break of day. Yeah. How about Linda, everybody? I see the green light. Okay.
Those guys are in charge of everything.
You did a great job, Linda. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Good job. Every Sunday we go over our 5 unity principles, our basic unity principles, and so let us go over those now. There is only one power, one presence in our lives and in the universe, God. We are the Christ of God in expression. Thoughts plus feelings equal outcome. There is power in affirmative prayer and meditation. And finally, we must live the truth we know. And this is our time in our service where we do our love offering and we take tithes and we give you the opportunity to tithe. I've known Reverend Dale for years, and you know, his main thing that he teaches about tithing is that I'm to tithe where I'm spiritually fed. So I know sometimes personally I've tithed to like book publishers because I read their books and I get spiritually fed. But if you're spiritually fed here at Unity of Savannah, this is our time. And what we're going to do is I guess we should start at the back, or you can just go however you feel led. Go up the center aisle, and we have our 2 baskets back on the table. And then maybe come back around the outside and go back in, or you can go any way you want to go, actually. It'll be fun to watch. No, just kidding. So maybe go up the center aisle, and you can make your tithe. And I know we have some pamphlets back there if you'd like a daily word or something like that to take with you. And our prayer chaplains will be back there with you.
Thankful, thankful, thankful are we all for these divine blessings that you've allowed to flow through you and as you into this sanctuary. We understand that these blessings are merely a symbol of the abundance of the universe that Miss Linda, Miss Blessy, as she's so lovingly referred to around here in the universe. We affirm that these blessings return to us over and over again so we can continue to dispel these toxic myths that she spoke of. So with that being said, let us affirm our offertory blessing. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am grateful.
I am thankful, so grateful in this moment right now. I am thankful, so grateful right here, right now. Well, we are so grateful that you came and joined us this morning in our celebration. Once again, thank you to Linda for the great message, and thank you for being with us. I did want to let you know that we do have prayer chaplains here. Kevin and June will be here after the service, and Linda is always serving as a prayer chaplain. If you'd like prayer after the service, just see one of them. They'll be here available to you. And Reverend Dale will be back with us next week, and we hope to see you again. And we'll close with the peace song. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is